This video is how to catch fruit flies. Now, I've got fruit flies all over my place, and no matter what I do, I can't catch them. They don't want to go into any of the traps. I noticed they kept on going in the bathroom sink and the kitchen sinks. I don't know if the fruit flies are laying the eggs in the drain or not, because they don't appear to come out of the drain, but they like to fly towards the sink. So what I did is I did a saran wrap thing, and I saran wrapped up plastic wrap my whole bathroom sink. And my plan is I'm just not going to use this sink for a couple days to a week, and I'll use another sink if I need to. But I put a banana in there, and these fruit flies, they like rotted fruit. So that's what I did. I put in the banana, and I punched tiny little holes, well, they're not really tiny, but I used a blade and put about 5 holes in the top of this thing. You can see how I've got my sink all taped up with this wrap. And now let's look around. Finally, I'm starting to trap some of these. I think there's one over there in the top left. There's one over here I just saw. One over there. I think there's one. I saw one a second ago. Here's one. Right over there. Now, I probably have at least 50 of these in my place, if not more. But this is the first sign. Oh, look at that. They're all starting to get up at the top over there. They're trying to get out now. So I'm just going to kill them. I'm going to squeeze them. Those two are dead. So the only way to catch these things, I believe, they live for about 10 days, but it's 10 days or 20 days. They lay 500 eggs at a time or some ridiculous thing. And it takes 21 days for the egg to produce a fly, and then they live for 10 more days. So, the hard part is you can buy some of these traps, but they don't really seem to work. And a lot of the people saying put vinegar in a container. They're right over at the top over there. Here's one over here. Let's see if I can get it. Nope, didn't kill it. So the whole vinegar thing, I put vinegar in a container. I did the vinegar and the sugar, and I caught about 3 or 4 within a couple days. So that's a little ridiculous. This is the first sign that this is actually going to work. So how do you catch fruit flies? Tie up a bathroom sink or some other container, some vessel. Stick a banana in there and just let it sit in there for a few days. This has been in here for less than 24 hours. And right now, probably like about 10 of these things, maybe. Sorry about the messy sink, but I'm trying to attract these flies now. I put a banana peel inside a Pyrex type container, and I've got a bunch of holes in here. The thing is that they can figure out how to fly into these holes, but once they get in there, they really have a hard time getting out, and that's how you attract them and kill them. So that's my idea. My next idea is put it in one of these little containers, and then I've also got it in a glass, a couple holes on the top. And my goal is over here we got a banana, and over here we just have the banana peel. So banana seems to be something that they're going for. The sweet stuff, the sugar, the vinegar, the apple cider vinegar, a total failure. Hopefully this video is going to help somebody. It is not an easy way to catch them, but it seems to be the only way that is being effective and working right now. So if the video helps you, thumbs up, subscribe. You know the routine. Do a like. If you want me to do a video of a product, ask me. If I can get a hold of it, I will. If you want to leave a donation to my channel page, that would be awesome. Ask for my PayPal info. If you want to link this to any website, that would help me out a lot. So make sure you watch my other videos, and we're almost near Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And remember, you got to punch holes in this thing. See, there's a little hole over there? No hole? That's the moral. No hole, no catchy. So you get a hole in there, and these fruit flies are going to appear. I might update this video a little bit later, in a couple hours. We'll see what's going on, and if it's caught any. But as far as the sink idea, look at that. One over there. I just saw one flying around. One over in the right hand. Two of them over there on the right. So they're trapped. And it does work. The banana definitely works. Maybe other sweet fruits or vegetables might work, but at least I can guarantee you the banana definitely is effective. Hey people, it's about 12 hours since I started the video, and this seems to be the most effective so far. It's really hard to show this with good lighting. You can see, I'll probably show it better when the video plays online, but you can see one over there crawling around, and they're crawling around the edges, they're crawling around over here. There's one over there. There's a couple that I killed over there, two of them that are dead over there. And right up at the edge, right over there. So there you go. You can see them now. They're flying all over the place. In the sink, but it's not really a lot. There's probably about 10 or 20 of them at the most. You just keep it on the edge over. I'll keep it on the edge, you can see. So I wouldn't say this is the greatest, most effective way to catch them, but so far it seems to be working. I've got this one over here, the banana peels and the Pyrex, and absolutely nothing in there so far. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe they just can't get in the little openings. I don't know. Okay, and then we've got this banana. I'm expecting this one to really take off tomorrow. There's a banana in there, and I've got the plastic cone. Really hasn't worked. Nothing's in there so far, so I'm thinking of, and I poured some apple cider vinegar in there, so I'm thinking of popping a couple holes in the saran wrap. That should really get them inside there, because the cone right now does not seem to be working. Over here, I've got some ice cream bar wrappers, and it's interesting because when the wrappers were on the counter, the fruit flies went all over the place and couldn't wait to get on the wrappers, but now that I've got them sitting in the glass covered up with plastic wrap, there doesn't seem to be attracting anything. And then I've got this jar, this bowl over here. What did I put in this thing? Maple syrup. I thought maple syrup was worth a try. Let me go get the magnifier. I think there's one dead in there. This has no fruit flies in it, so the ice cream wrappers, totally worthless, waste of time. It's not going to attract anything. Maple syrup, it's sweet. I thought it might work. It was a good test, but it doesn't work. So what might work, though, is breaking off another piece of banana, putting it in there with the maple syrup, and punching some holes in this thing, because my traps are not going to arrive until tomorrow, and any of these that I can catch and kill overnight is really the way to go. I am going to come back in about 12... Oh, let me get the camera over here really quick. You can just see they are all over the place now. So this is highly effective. I don't know why they are going into this sink. This banana's been in here for about 12-15 hours, but they're all trapped in here. So there's a ton of holes in this plastic wrap, and once they get in, they really can't get out. Some might say they were in the drain originally. That is possible. But before I put the plastic wrap on, I was watching these things. They would fly into the sink, and then when I would get near, they would fly away. So I don't believe that is the case, that they were in the drain. I got a little more aggressive now because I'm tired of not getting results with the other containers. This had the banana peel in there. I just put a piece of a frozen banana in there. It's probably going to thaw in about 10-15 minutes. And before I go to bed, I'm going to check this in maybe another hour, and we'll see what happens with this. This has got a whole bunch of holes in it. Let me check my magnifier. This has got a lot of holes, so they should be able to get in there. And if they're getting in the sink, I don't know why they wouldn't want to go in here. A couple minutes ago, I had only the ice cream wrappers in here, and I got tired of wasting time with that. So now I just put a piece of frozen banana in there, and only one hole on the plastic. You can see, I think I only put one hole on the top. Maybe there are two. I'm not sure. And then on this one I had the, what did I have in there? The maple syrup that was doing absolutely nothing. So I've got another piece of the frozen banana in there. And I think I just put one hole in there. Maybe I put a couple. And then with this glass, I don't even remember. I think I just had one banana in there. Yeah, I had that one banana on the bottom. And I put a second one in there. It's a little bit riper. And that's what they really want you to have, is these bananas that are ripe and kind of starting to rot, because it puts out a scent. So I've got two pieces of banana in there, and I just put in, I believe, 2 tears on the top. So I'm going to check this out and see if I get any results. I probably should put these all in the same area and maybe attract these fireflies. The firefly problem, the fruit fly problem is in the kitchen, and I see it partially in the hallway and definitely by the bathroom sink that I showed you before. So I'm going to leave these out here. I'm going to leave all 3 of these out here for about half an hour. And I see a fly on the cabinet right now. See it? This is the problem. Let's zoom in on here if I can. They're all over the place. So I'm going to give it, we're at 12:07. I'll check this in about half an hour and see if I have any results for these 3 containers. And if I have any results for that one at the bathroom sink. This one over here with the 2 bananas, with the big banana and the banana peel. The banana peel's really almost at the point of starting to rot, so I would think it would be putting out an incredible odor. But nothing in here so far, and there are a lot of big holes. They could easily get in here and get out. But one more view of the sink before I go hang out with the dog for a little bit. Check my videos out. Rescued a dog 4 months ago yesterday, and she's awesome. Totally changed my life. Costing me a fortune, taking up all my time from morning to night, and I love her, and she's great. She's fabulous. And I see why she's a rescue, because she requires an incredible amount of time and effort that the average person would not even be capable of investing. So it's all good for me. I'm very happy. And while she's sleeping, I'm trying to kill fruit flies. Back in half an hour. Man, look at this. They are just all over the place now. There it is. 35 minutes later. There it is. 35 minutes later. Looks like the banana is still frozen and is melting. You can see water on the bottom, so 0 fruit flies in that thing. Let's go over to this one. Same situation. Banana is defrosting. No fruit flies in this one, but there's a fruit fly. I thought I saw one on the counter just now. Maybe not. There it is. Where is he? It's right over the edge of the sink. Right over the sink over there. So I'm going to come back in another half an hour. But I always add in my videos, if you like them, please do a thumbs up, a subscribe, a like. If you have a product you want me to review, if I can get a hold of it, I will. And I'll do the review. If you want to link this to any website, that would help me out a lot. If you want to leave a donation to my channel, ask for my PayPal info. And I guess that's it. So we've got lots of fruit flies floating around in this sink. I don't know if they're escaping. Looks like maybe I have less than I did before, but they're all over the place still. And I really wish I could get in there and kill the ones that are in there and get them out of here, but I can't. And I think the banana is still defrosting in that one. And in this one, still no fruit flies. With the apple cider vinegar, 1 banana that's been in there for 12 hours or 6 hours, whatever it is, and another banana that's frozen that I just put in there. So, to be continued. Morning update, 8 hours later. No fruit flies in this container by the kitchen sink. This banana looks nasty. No fruit flies in this container that is soaking in apple cider vinegar. No, there is no apple. That's just water. sorry about the nasty sink, tons of fruit flies that were flying around in this sink, which makes me wonder now, are they attracted to the sink? Are they attracted to the drain? Are they coming for the drain? Because none of them are in these containers here. And now at the bathroom sink. Remember I put the banana in with the banana peel? Nothing in here 8 hours later. I put 2 bananas in here. They were frozen, but I put 2 bananas in the glass. And nothing in there. Well, let's look inside the sink here. What do we have in the sink? I don't know if I have more of them. I can hear them flying all over the place. They're making a bunch of noise, but I just looked in the kitchen sink, and there must have been 20 or 30 fruit flies in there. And I would expect this whole sink to be crawling with these things right now. So I'm not sure what really seems to attract these fruit flies. Obviously, not the bananas, like everybody says, inside the containers. I mean, you look on the line, this seems to be the greatest thing. You put a cover over there, you punch a few holes in there, and people say the next day they had hundreds and hundreds of these things. Nah, that's not how it is. And even as effective as this thing is, with fruit flies all over the place, I only have maybe 10% of the fruit flies that are floating around in this place. So I'm not sure banana is really the way to catch them. Maybe there's another product. Apple cider vinegar definitely did not catch them. As I just said, the banana did not catch them. Honey didn't catch them. Banana peel didn't seem to catch them. What else would be... and I'm going to be getting my fruit fly strips coming in the mail today, so I will continue the video and let you know what works in catching fruit flies. But right now we know kind of a little bit what might work, but it's highly not effective. If you had hundreds of these things in your house, you wouldn't be catching them without tying up a whole sink. And again, people are going to say, well, there's got to be a reason. Maybe they're in the drain, but it's very strange that they are not in either one of these containers, which is just a few inches away from the sink. And you could say I don't have enough holes in here, but I've got tons of holes in these things. And they're not going in, and they're not going out. 24 hours later, the update. Absolutely no fire. 24 hours later, the update. No fruit flies in either one of these containers. None at all. And this is starting to really stink. I punctured more holes into this, and I really smell the apple cider vinegar now, but no fruit flies in that, no fruit flies in this. And let's look at the sink. The sink is, I've tried to slam some of these like I just did over there. You can see some of them down there. I think I've killed a bunch of them, but I still have fruit flies. They're right in front of me right now. I see them flying all over the place in the bathroom area where I'm at right now and the kitchen. So I believe, ooh, let's see. I just saw a fruit fly crawling on the top of here. So the fruit fly trap just arrived. I just got the email. I just saw the postman outside. So I'm going to go set that up and do my review of that, and we'll see if it works. This is going to be the end of this part of the video. You can see in the sink there are a whole bunch of fruit flies in here, but this is really not effective. There's one actually sitting right on top of the paper right now. Just flew away. This is a ridiculous way to do it because I've had the sink tied up for days. The other glasses, I threw all of that stuff away because it really wasn't working. So what's the most effective way to catch these fruit flies? Banana kind of works, but not really. Vinegar, a lot of people say the vinegar, the apple cider vinegar, doesn't really work that well. Rotted fruit doesn't really work that well. Well, I'm seeing a reflection. Where am I seeing that? I'm seeing, hold on. Oh, right over here. We got a whole bunch of them right over here. Where do I see it in the mirror? Right over there. So there are a whole bunch of them. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but if you want to put a container in the house, you're not even going to, and do this, you're not even going to keep up with the amount of eggs that these things are laying. So it is totally worthless. And that is what works. Nothing really works. I'm going to go try a fly strip now, a fruit fly strip. So, to be continued. Well, I've got them. These are all over. They're all over the, they're all over the place. They're really being attracted to this now, but you just cannot keep up with the amount of eggs that are being laid, so this is not an effective way. Again, if my videos help you, thumbs up, subscribe, or a like. If you want to leave a donation, that would be awesome. If you want me to review any product, let me know. I'll be more than happy to do it. This video is going to be a review of the Raid window fly trap. Now, over there it says that it is effective at catching flying insects, and I assume, from what I've read, that fruit flies are definitely supposed to be the enemy of this product. So, there's the front cover and the back cover. You're supposed to put this on they say, a window. It says the flies are attracted to light and the sun rays and the warmth. Well, the flies are attracted to my sink is what they're attracted to. So I'm not going to stick this on my window. I really don't want people to walk by and see a bunch of flies on a trap. It has two sticky sides. One side you pull off, I believe, you pull off the red tape and apply it to the window, and then you pull off the sticky side with the wider tape, and that's the side that the fruit flies or the flies or the bugs are going to be attracted to. So I'm going to try this thing over the next couple days and see how it works. If you haven't watched my video, and if it's not attached to this one right now, I did a video of what works, what doesn't work, and I have the banana in the sink, as you see. It kind of works, and it's really a huge waste of effective time because it might catch some, but not really a lot. So I'm going to be testing this thing out now, setting it up, and seeing what it looks like. I'm going to put this on a mirror in the bathroom, and then I'm probably going to put one in the kitchen. It says it contains no insecticides. I don't know if this thing is just a really sticky tape that the bugs are attracted to. I'm not really sure. Precautionary statements. All pest control items should be kept out of the reach of children and pets. But I don't know if it's dangerous, but I'm not going to take my chances with that. I'm going to hang it up on a mirror or a glass closet door. And then I'll put one in the kitchen, and we'll see over time how this thing works out. So if my videos help you out, thumbs up, a subscribe, and a like would help me out a lot. If you have a product you want me to review, let me know what it is. If I can get a hold of it, I will review it. If you want to leave a donation to my channel, that would help me out a lot. And make sure you subscribe. I believe you can get this in the store. I bought this online. It took me about 4 or 5 days to get it shipped over here. You see the red strip. You're supposed to pull this red strip and apply the back side to a mirror in this package. So I've got some backups. So I'll pull the red strip and I'll put this thing on a mirror. I'll show you what it looks like. And then you pull, I guess, this front cover off, the wider cover. Somewhere I'll show you that also. And you apply, and you let the bugs fly to it. So I've had a fruit fly problem this year that has been the worst I have ever seen, and I'm not really sure what they are attracted to. I don't have any fruit out. I just rescued a dog recently. I've got a bunch of treats and kibble and canned food, but fruit flies aren't attracted to that. From what I understand, you go to the store, wow, I'm just seeing fruit flies all over the place in the mirror right now. I don't know where, okay. So you go down to the store, you buy some fruit, you take it home, the eggs are already on the outside of the fruit, and if you don't wash everything off and remove the flies, then you end up with a big problem. Now, how do you know if it's a fruit fly or a drain fly? You do what I did. You kill one of them, and then you look under the microscope. Most of us don't have a microscope. I do. Look under the microscope. If it's got 3 or 4 stripes going across the back tail, going left to right, and it has red eyes, that is a fruit fly. And if it's not a fruit fly, then I don't know if these things are going to work. I don't know if it's effective for drain flies. It says, no, it doesn't say drain flies. Drain flies, you've got to take care of it in the drain, and what you end up doing with that is you put a chemical down the drain If you just run water down the drain, it's not going to do anything because the flies stick on the inside of the pipes and the sink and the garbage disposal, and water will just run right over the eggs. So you need to put a chemical that's going to go in there and actually kill the thing. I can't remember what they call it, a disinfectant, a drain disinfectant. But with fruit flies, if you do have fruit flies and you have the red eyes, then supposedly this is going to work. So let me apply one of these right now, and I'll show you what's going on. And then every couple days or every day I'm going to update it, letting you know if this is working, what it's catching, what it's doing, and if it does work, how long it takes to clear this problem up. From what I've read, these things have a lifespan of, I believe it is, what was it? Is it 10 days or 20 days? I don't remember what the number is. 10 or 21 days. I think they live for 10 days. And during those 10 days, that's what it is. They live for 10 days. During those 10 days, they lay about 500 eggs. And it takes 21 days for the eggs to produce a fly. So by the time the fly is dead, it will take another 11 days or so. See, I'm good at math. That's what happens when you go to an LA City school. You learn how to add and subtract. So it will take another 11 days until you get a whole bunch of flies flying around. I definitely don't have 500 flies from each of these things, so something's odd there, but let's test it out now and I'll shut up, okay? Here we go. You might need some long nails to get this thing up, but that's the red strip, so take the red strip and you pull it back, and that is going to be the little sticky part that I'm going to stick on a mirror. And then the other piece comes off somehow. I don't really understand this yet, but we'll do this together and we'll see. So I'm going to stick this on a mirror now. And then the front cover is going to come off. And that is the part that the flies will stick to. There it is. I've got it mounted on the mirror right now. I'm standing out of the picture so you can see what it is. It's just a white sheet of paper. Now I'm going to remove the front cover and then show you what it looks like. Flies are starting to fly all over this room, so I don't know if they're attracted to the smell of this thing. I don't smell anything, but here we go. Once you have it mounted on the mirror or the glass, then it's a little tricky, but you want to go over here to the top piece and bend it downward, and you can see how the material is already on the glass now. And there it is, on the mirror in the bathroom. I don't know if this is a good idea because there will be moisture from the shower and the bath coming into this room, but it's held by that little strip. Remember where I pulled off the red strip? It's held on the top. It is loose on the bottom, so if you lifted it up, it would not even be sticking to the mirror or the glass or whatever you put it on. So it's 8 o'clock on Tuesday, 2 days before Thanksgiving, 8 p.m., and we're going to see how this thing works. I'll come back in an hour and update you. On the second one, I have mounted on top of my kitchen door. I didn't want to put it on the window. People could see it. I didn't want to put it on the refrigerator or above the sink where there would be moisture. So I've got it on the molding of the kitchen door because there are a lot of these fruit flies in the kitchen and in the bathroom. So this makes a lot of sense. And when I take it off, I don't know if it's going to damage the paint, but it shouldn't. If it does, it will be easy to repaint that one section. These are supposed to last about 3 to 6 months. People say keep it up there until it's loaded with fruit flies or bugs or moths. So, to be continued. I'm back after an hour and a half. There are absolutely no fruit flies on this strip that I put up in the bathroom. None at all. So that kind of worries me because there are fruit flies flying around in the room. Now you try to say that 5 times in a row. Fruit flies flying around in the room. After 1 week, I have my bathroom sink back. I got the banana out of there. I killed all the fruit flies that were floating around underneath the plastic wrap. But look at this. This fly has been sitting on here for an hour and a half since I put up that strip. And it has not flown over to the strip. So I don't know how these things are supposed to work. I don't know if they pick up a scent or if they accidentally hit the strip. But obviously, if this thing's been taking a nap for an hour and a half, something's not good. I just used a fly swatter to kill that fly, so I'm not sure this fruit fly strip is even going to work. I will update you tomorrow. I'm in the kitchen now. It is kind of strange that there are no flies floating around in the sink, because there were yesterday. Let's see if that's a fly over here. I think this is a fly. Okay, I just saw one out of the corner of my eye, and there's one over here. Let's see if I can kill this thing. Yep, just flew away. So I've got the strip hanging from that molding, from the door molding, in the kitchen, which is about 3 feet away from the sink, and absolutely no flies on here either. That's not promising. And right up by the ceiling, there's a fruit fly floating around over there. So I'm not looking forward to tomorrow when I update the video, because it doesn't look like any of these things are working right now. There's another fruit fly right above the cabinet, right over there. Can I find any others? So that's about 8 feet up on the ceiling. I don't think I hit it. But that seems to be the only way that these things are going to die. I'm not sure if these strips are going to work. I'll update you tomorrow morning. We'll look at the strips and see if there are any flies on them. Where the heck is this thing? Right over here. There it is. To end my video, this is the package that I'm sending back to get my money back. The product did not work at all. Absolutely worthless. Did not attract flies. It didn't even attract dust. I caught more fruit flies with my fly swatter going through the air and catching them with my hand. So my review of this product is not good.